Bo Nix broke your heart once. Hopefully he doesn't break your heart in a different way. Hopefully he does what he did against you, for you a number of times when he pulled a rabbit out of a hat with about 9 seconds left in a game that the Ducks had in hand 21-6 earlier in the fourth quarter. Of course, we're going back to the 2019 opener in Jerry's world, where Bo Nix was starting his first game ever. A lot of hubbub around him, but he starts, doesn't play rather well, but he performs in the clutch and wins that game, an exciting one. And here he is a few years later, and he's all yours.
Wow. Did not see this one coming. To be brutally honest, you knew the transfer portal was going to be active for a lot of teams this year. It's just there's so many guys in the transfer portal, and that's how it's working now. College free agency, basically. Well, Oregon has 3 young quarterbacks, and they had Anthony Brown, who was the established senior starter, and they were not going to upset the apple cart this year. You knew the coaching staff was going to stick with him the entire time, especially after he won the Ohio State game. Writing was on the wall. There were a lot of fans that wanted the young guys. They wanted Anthony Brown to be sat at a variety of different points during the year. They wanted the young guys. They're talking about it right now for the bowl game. And Ty Thompson is the youngest of them, 5-star quarterback, has all the tools. Robbie Ashford is the COVID freshman, and Jay Butterfield, COVID freshman. They're basically sophomores, but that year doesn't count against them. So you basically have these 3 guys. The way that we're looking at it, we're thinking, okay, now that you got the senior out of there, you're going to have a real true competition between these 3 quarterbacks that all look like they could start and don't really know what kind of offense you have. So you have kind of 3 different type of quarterbacks. You've got kind of the dual threat, the pocket guy, and then kind of the tweener with Ty Thompson. And then all of a sudden, here comes the storylines that you're going to get these coaches. Kenny Dillingham comes in as the offensive coordinator, who worked at Auburn, Bo's freshman year, and was the offensive coordinator during that game against Oregon. And he comes in as the offensive coordinator. The moment that happened, people start talking on Twitter, hey, what if Bo Nix transfers? I mean, I saw it right out of the gate. Then you have him do the transfer portal, and it feels like, here we go. Here it comes. He posts the thing. And again, this is such a weird situation for him because, he's like Auburn royalty, right? His dad, the family's so deeply entrenched there. Obviously, that was the whole storyline in that game, that here comes the kid, who was at the game against Oregon when they won the championship. Cam Newton had the pictures of him on the sideline with the jersey on and whatnot as a little guy. And has not been the greatest quarterback for Auburn, right? He's been up and down. The good have been good. The bad has been bad. A lot of Auburn chatter back and forth with my channel and just discussions back and forth saying, hey, we're glad he's leaving. Other people are like, he's going to be awesome for you. The SEC is so much better than the Pac-12. You can't compare how he did out here. And I was really, really concerned that they were going to try to do some sort of thing with a transfer quarterback, because I do think that you could go into next year with these young guys and just ride it out and get yourself into a situation. But new coaching staff probably wants to guarantee a little bit more on their plate, at least with guys who they've worked with before. This gives them a very unique opportunity to bring in a guy who's ready to go. He's coming off an ankle injury. I don't know how well he's going to compete in the spring, if at all. Is he just going to come into fall camp ready to go? I mean, it could be a real danger zone. So my hope and goal for the team would be to retain all 4 of those quarterbacks as long as they can. Because to me, it feels like once you brought this guy in, transfer portal, here we come for the other quarterbacks.
Especially in that area of the country, he's going to remind people at times of Russell Wilson, because he can really circle around the field and dodge defenders, and he can do some crazy things, in a positive way. And I do think he's progressed in regards to cleaning up mechanics, better decision-making, that sort of thing recently, as opposed to what he was when he was that true freshman at that point. But yeah, Auburn royalty decides to leave and comes to Oregon in a crowded yet otherwise inexperienced quarterback room.